remember the first time someone labeled you? The moment they decided who you were without truly knowing you. Their fear of your potential, their inability to understand you. It's where their judgment began. And it hurt, didn't it? But pain isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning. They feared what they didn't understand. They saw you as a threat, a shadow of their insecurities, a reflection of their own weaknesses. Instead of accepting you, they feared you. And fear is a powerful thing. It can destroy some, but for others, it becomes the catalyst for transformation. You see, they didn't want to face their own inadequacies, so they projected them onto you. You became their scapegoat, their villain, the monster they whispered about in dark corners. But they didn't realize that their fear was awakening something they couldn't control. They thought they were breaking you, but all they did was build something unshakable. You didn't crumble under their fear. You thrived because of it. They wanted a monster, but instead, you became their darkest reality, a force they couldn't comprehend, let alone defeat. Let's be clear. This transformation wasn't out of hatred or vengeance. No, it was far more profound than that. You didn't rise to hurt them. You rose to save yourself. Every cruel word, every dismissive glance, every time they underestimated you, they were all bricks in the foundation of your strength. They feared your potential, so you showed them what true potential looks like. They feared your resilience, so you became unbreakable. They feared your presence, so you became impossible to ignore. But let's take a moment to reflect. Did you rise because of them? Number, you rose despite them. You rose for every dream they told you was impossible. For every moment they tried to push you down. You rose for the nights you spent rebuilding yourself in silence. For the battles they never saw. For the strength they never believed you had. You didn't just prove them wrong. You became everything they feared, and more. Here's the truth they'll never admit. They created the very person they now can't stand against. Their rejection became your resilience. Their fear became your fuel. And their doubt became your determination. Now, when they see you, they're forced to confront the reality they tried to suppress. You're no longer the person they could silence or control. You're a force that commands respect, a presence they can't deny, and a reality they must face. But let's not forget, this isn't just about them. This is about you and the journey you've undertaken. It's about the nights you spent in solitude, questioning your worth. It's about the pain you turned into purpose, the fear you turned into strength, and the scars that became your armor. They feared a monster, and you became their darkest reality. Not because you sought revenge, but because you embraced your power. Think about it. Every time they doubted you, it only made you stronger. Every time they tried to tear you down, it only pushed you to rise higher. Every insult, every rejection, every attempt to diminish you, it all backfired. And now you're unstoppable. Not because they feared you, but because you no longer fear yourself. You've embraced who you are, flaws and all. You've turned every weakness into a strength, every failure into a lesson, and every setback into a comeback. They'll never understand the fire that burns within you. They'll never comprehend the battles you fought, the tears you've shed, or the strength it took to rise. They'll never see the scars that tell your story, the story of someone who faced the storm and came out unbroken. But you don't need their understanding. You don't need their validation, because you've learned that the only approval you need is your own. So let them fear you. Let them wonder how you did it. Let them try to make sense of the person you've become. Their fear is no longer your burden. It's their reality to face. You didn't just rise above their judgment. You shattered it. You didn't just overcome their doubt. You thrive because of it. And now, when they look at you, they see someone they can't control, can't break, and can't forget. They feared a monster, and now they see the truth. You're not just their darkest reality, you're your own greatest triumph. So stand tall, keep rising, keep building the life they said you couldn't have. Prove to yourself every day that you are more than they could ever imagine. Because you are. You are the storm they feared. You are the power they doubted. You are the unstoppable force they can't deny. And that is your reality.